Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. My name is GamerGuy33 and I'll be leading you through the game today. So let's get started here. I'm going to start a new file here. If you might have saw the other file, I'm going to go with the name Lunk because it is the best name ever for Link. There we go. And let's get started. Alright, so that takes care of the beginning sequence right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be quiet during cutscenes or not. Well, for the really important ones I will, but that was a big gap right there, longer than I thought it would be. So yeah, this is my first Let's Play. I chose Legend of Zelda because it's a game I haven't played in a while, but I've played it a lot in the past, so I feel like I'm familiar enough with it to play it alright, but at the same time, it's not going to be like a super good speedrun. So yeah. This is Link. He's our hero. He's been the hero of a lot of Zelda games, but there are different Links and all that good stuff. So this is not the same one as all the other Zeldas, apparently. They finally released a statement announcing that, all that good stuff. This Link has only been confirmed to be the same Link as, I think, Majora's Mask, which was kind of a direct sequel to this game. So what Navi's talking about right now is the Great Deku Tree wants Link to come to him. And it was kind of interesting because the Great Deku Tree describes him as the boy without the fairy. It makes it sound like there's this big legend about him. Because he's the boy without the fairy, that boy without the fairy would be fabled to teach, or not teach, but to lead the people and become the hero and stuff like that. When realistically it's just Link. He's just identifying him as Link. Or Lunk. Lunk is the name of our hero in this, so I should start calling him that. And this is Saria. I'm not really sure how to say her name correctly, but that's close enough. We all know who we're talking about here. She's kind of like your best friend because you didn't have a fairy originally, you didn't have a lot of friends before that, so I don't know, she's into the creepy loners, I guess. She's really off base because you aren't even an elf person, so she's just looking for love in all the wrong places. She should have really reconsidered there. And as a result, while she's standing outside my house, I'm gonna go break into her house. So, first controls. Roll around, that's your attack button, Z targeting to kind of readjust yourself. There are C buttons, we'll put stuff on there eventually. But first we're gonna nab the hearts from in here, because I thought there'd be rupees in here. So basically, to start off your adventure here, we don't have anything but the fairy, which was the first prerequisite. If we go over to the Deku tree, which if you read the sign, just ahead. Thank God, because this place is so big I wouldn't be able to find it on my own. Anywho, we run into this guy when we talk to him. His name is Mido, I think? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Wow. Sucks for all the girls in the fairyland. But he doesn't buy your stick, really. We weren't summoned, Mido is pissed off. He's kind of a jerk to Link throughout this entire thing. Like, he's always like, how do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree? You're nobody. You need those two things. He doesn't even know what's wrong with him. Like, the Deku Tree might just want to talk, chill, maybe say, hey, you are different from the other people here. You're special. But no, obviously it's an adventure, so bad stuff has to happen first. So, let's go get our sword first. Which, for the longest time, the first time I played this game, I could not figure out where the sword was. I thought it was like in the Lost Woods. I was looking around everywhere, and I was like, well, I don't know where to go. So, let's see what Navi has to say. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. And, of course, she doesn't tell you how to get the other stuff to actually get to the Deku Tree. So finally I came over to this training area just to do some training. Like, oh, look, you can do backflips, side steps, all that good stuff. But I missed this knot hole because I thought it was just decoration at the time. So now obviously I know to go straight there. Save some time. Don't want to waste it for all you YouTube watchers out there, all 2 of you. And what does this sign say? I didn't remember. Z targeting. Awesome. So I think it's just telling me that I can sidestep and go faster. So like this. But I don't care. You just time the boulder right. It's pretty easy. And here's our first treasure chest. Visit the house of the Know-It-All Brothers to get answers to all your item-related questions. Oh, amazing! Apparently these people who live a secluded life in the woods with no contact with the outside world know everything about all items. But you know, they're kids. Kids think they know everything, so I won't really hold it against them. I mean, to them, they probably know a whole ton about, like, Deku sticks and Deku nuts and all that good stuff. But I'm not going to talk to them. Because that sign, advertising next to a weapon, that's kind of bad for a kid's game. So let's go ahead and throw that sword on. By the way, so you might have noticed this already, but I am not playing this on the Game Boy, not Game Boy, the Nintendo 3DS or anything like that. This is just, on my computer and stuff like that. Don't worry, I own the game. I bought it like 50 million times throughout the years because Nintendo keeps re-releasing it and stuff like that. I just wanted to play it again because I haven't played it in a few years, and I don't have any of my old gaming stuff with me at my new place, so this was the best option. We're rolling through here, and what's nice about playing the emulator too is I got a texture pack to make it look a little bit nicer too. So it's a little bit prettier than what I remember. So your sword, you can slice stuff, especially plants. It's very important to slice plants, otherwise you won't get money. That's where a lot of people keep their money in Hyrule, and that's why they're in such a bad financial state. Anywho, keep on rolling here, and roll off the edge. I think we need something like 40 rupees to buy the shield, so I'm just going to go whoop, whoop again. Oh, nothing that time. But if we go up here, I think this was Saria's house originally? Yeah. Because it's right next to mine. We're neighbors, which means we have to be friends. Because this is Japan, and that's how that works. And this is me screwing up. There we go. Aim, aim, aim. There we go. So going across on here. I remember the first time I was playing this game, I think I was like 10 or 11. And it was right when the Nintendo DS first came out. And she just pushed me off the edge. What a jerk. Why would you do this? Why would you do this thing? You're a real man that was just pushed over by a 10-year-old girl. Awesome. Anywho, I remember this area seeming very big and confusing and hard to figure out the very first time I did it, but now it just seems kind of like a breeze to go through. But then again, I'm much older. I've played the game a lot of times. But I'm hoping that I'll forget some key facts, so maybe it'll be a little bit difficult for me again. And I'm pretty sure there's money behind here or something like that, isn't there? No, I guess not. Oh, now I remember. It's in the shop, I'm thinking. Hey, Lunk. You want to get crunk? Oh, there's no alcohol in this world. There's milk. I mean, when you go to Termina, there's milk bars, which sounds like an awesome idea because I love milk. Nice cool glass of milk goes good with like every meal. This was a mistake because I can't speed past this and it's stuff I already knew, but at least hopefully she won't bug me again. Z targeting sounds a lot cooler than what it actually is. Z targeting. It's like Omega targeting. So behind here is what I was thinking of. And please tell me I have enough for the shield. 40 rupees, I was right originally. I haven't played this game in like 3 or 4 years, and I remember the price on rupees. It's okay though, because we have these that will... Come on, give me stuff. Give me stuff. Wow, really? Okay. We are gonna... in the bushes, because there's always money in the bushes. Okay, so A is throw. I'm starting to remember that now. And I'm being helpful with throwing this guy's rocks and destroying them. I mean, how sturdy of rocks have they been in the first place if just like throwing them destroys them? There we go, got enough. So let's head back to the shop. And apparently I could have just done that jump again to get 5 rupees. Okay, well, now I know that for next time. I knew you could do it the first time, but I didn't know you could do it again. Alright, I don't want to talk to the owner. I just want my shield. Gimme, gimme. And there's the awesome I just got a good item music again. Press R to crouch and defend. Z targeting, you can move while doing that. I don't want to buy anything else from you because you don't offer me much, man. I'm not interested in your wares and goods. Alright, so go back over to here. I now have a shield equipped. And it's nice and easy to save in the Zelda game, so I always just do it whenever I hit the menu. It takes like 2 seconds. When you play the GameCube version, it takes like forever. But yeah, like I was saying, the first time I played this, it's a huge area. It took me forever just to figure out where the sword was. And now we'll talk to this guy again. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, his text changes a little bit now that we have the sword and shield. He cuts out the beginning part about, at least you have a fairy. And thank God, she has a name, so she's special. All these other fairies are just kind of like generic, know-nothing fairies. And you can kind of see that he's a jerk, but it's mostly just because he's jealous because Saria likes Link, and they're good friends, and stuff like that, and there aren't very many women to choose from, and the other ones push you off ledges and try and kill you. Okay, so first enemy's right here. Go ahead and Z target, attack! And you get the item, the DQ stick. So good. I remember my first time playing this, I thought the DQ stick would hopefully count as a sword. I found it when I was in the Lost Woods, so I was like, okay, maybe this will be good enough for him. I mean, we are 10-year-old kids, so a stick is as good as a sword in our world. And let's go ahead and take care of that guy. And depending on where you hold the sword, it does different things. So there's slash, there's thrust, there's also a jumping attack, and the spin attack. And here's the Great Deku Tree. We're back. I mean, this really sets the fantasy tone how it's doing, like, thou art so good at stuff. But unfortunately we're running out of time, so we're going to go ahead and pause it here and then resume in the next part, which I will record right now, so don't worry, we'll get a 2-parter, no long waiting. Once again, this is GamerGuy33, and thank you for watching with me.